Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about general principles and processes of isolation of elements. This is unit 6 here, and in this topic we mainly study about extraction of metals from its minerals and ores. And before going to extraction of metals and that is isolation of elements, we must know about some terms which are used in metallurgical process. In this one here, you come across, you know very well about the most of the elements in nature occurs in the form of combined state, and few elements like carbon and sulfur, gold, silver, and platinum, they occurs in the form of that is native form, but the remaining all elements are occurs in the form of combined state. That means due to high reactivity of metals here, they react with the carbon, they react with oxygen, they react with the sulfur, they exist in the form of a combined state. If you want pure metal here, then you go for so many metallurgical process for the extraction of elements from its minerals or ores. Then for the extraction of metal from its mineral or ore involves many various principles and various methods are involved here. Then first of all here, what is mineral and what is ore is. And minerals are naturally occurring combined state of elements in the earth crust, and they are obtained by mining. Those are called as that is minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring compounds or substances occurs in the earth crust and obtained by mining. Then what about ore? Ore is a mineral from which metals are extracted conveniently and economically. For the extraction of any element from its ores and minerals involves so many several steps it is. For example here, if you want to extract any element from any element in the pure state, it involves so many metallurgical operations and principles. First one, go for this concentration. In the first step here, we go for this concentration of ore, and the second step here we go for this calcination or roasting. After calcination roasting here, that metal undergo reductions. This is a reduction process. Then in the third step, finally it undergoes refining of metals. These are the three main steps which are involved in the extraction of metals from its ores and minerals. Then see one by one it is. What is concentration of ore and what is calcination, roasting and reduction, and about refining. Here, before going to this is a concentration of ore and calcination, roasting, reduction and refining, here we must know about some of the elements, minerals and their ores it is. And here if you take some elements like that is aluminum and zinc, copper, iron, you have different types of minerals available in the earth crust in nature. Then what are the minerals and what are the minerals of aluminum? Aluminum here, for aluminum you have mainly two types of minerals are available here. One is bauxite. Bauxite is the mineral of aluminum here. Its formula generally you are writing Al2O3 and XH2O. And one more the ore of aluminum is that is kaolinite. This is kaolinite is the ore here, and one more is called as cryolite. And cryolite formula is Na3 and AlF6. Cryolite is the ore of that is aluminum, and kaolinite formula is this is Al2 here, Al2 and OH taken 4 times, and this is Si2 here, Si2O5. This is the formula of kaolinite. These three are the minerals of aluminum. And what about the minerals of this is iron? Here iron has different types of ores are available here. One is hematite. Hematite formula is Fe2O3. And next one is magnetite, and magnetite formula is Fe3O4. Other one is siderite. Its formula is FeCO3 here, and one more that is called iron pyrites, and iron pyrite formula is FeS2. These are different types of ores available for iron. Then what about here is copper? The copper has different ores and minerals. The ores and minerals of copper are copper ores are here. One is malachite. Malachite. Malachite is CuCO3 and CuOH taken twice. Other one is copper glans, and copper glans formula is Cu2S, and one more that is called as Cu2O. This is called as cuprite. Cuprite. These are the ores of copper. Similarly, here in case of zinc, zinc has zinc, and zinc minerals or ores are here. One is zinc blend, and zinc blend formula ZnS. This is formula. Other one is zinc site formula ZnO here, and calamine nothing but the carbonate ore of zinc. These are the minerals of zinc. Zinc blend, zinc sulfide, and zinc site, zinc oxide, calamine, zinc carbonate. These three are the ores of zinc. Then coming to this is occurrence of occurrence of elements in the earth crust. The most abundant element occurs in the earth crust is oxygen. Oxygen is the highest abundance element which occurs in the earth crust here. The next one is called as silicon. The second most abundant element which occurs in the earth crust is called silicon, and third one that is called as aluminum. And aluminum occurs in the earth crust about 8.3 by mass of the earth. It occurs 8.3% by mass of the earth here in the earth crust. This is the most abundant metal which occurs in the earth crust, aluminum. Then after this, here we go for these different methods which are involved for this concentration of ores. Then how do you concentrate ore? For the concentration of ore here, it mainly involves different methods. And what is concentration of ore? Here concentration means what? Concentration means enrichment of ore particles. Enrichment means what? Here enrichment nothing but increasing the percentage of ore particles. Increasing the concentration of ore particles. Then how do you increase? To increase the concentration of ore particles here, we must remove unwanted materials. Unwanted materials like sand and clay particles. For the extraction of, for the obtaining during mining here, for extracting any ore from the earth crust, we are not only getting the ore, along with ore we get it is some sand particles and clay particles. The process of removal of sand particles and clay particles from its ore is called as concentration. Then concentration involves so many methods are available in concentration. Concentration of ore. Concentration means what here? Concentration means removal of unwanted materials. Removal of unwanted materials. Removal of unwanted materials. Unwanted materials from its ore. From its ore is called as concentration of ore. This is also called as, this technique also called as here ore dressing. Ore dressing nothing but removal of sand particles and clay particles. What are the unwanted materials? Unwanted materials are sand and clay particles. Sand and clay particles are called unwanted materials here. The removal of unwanted materials from its ore, nothing but concentration of ore. This is also called as ore dressing and also called as here benefaction method. Benefaction means concentration of ore. There are different terms which are using concentration of ore under one ore dressing here or benefaction. A removal of unwanted materials from its ore, nothing but ore dressing or benefaction. Then what are the different methods are involved here for the concentration of ore? Then how do you remove unwanted materials from its ores? Removal of unwanted materials from its ores involves different methods. One is, here you go for one by one. One is first one. This is hydraulic washing. Hydraulic washing. Hydraulic washing, and second one is called, it is magnetic separation. magnetic separation here, and this is the third one here, Froth flotation technique, Froth flotation methods. And also here you come across the fourth one is leaching technique here, and the fifth one is called, this is oxidation and reduction methods. These are the 5 different methods which are involved, which are applied for concentration of ore. Then what is hydraulic washing? Here hydra means what? Hydra means water molecules. When ore particles are washed with a current of a stream of water, lighter gong particles are washed away with water, heavier ore particles are settled at the bottom of the tank. This technique is called as hydraulic washing, and this can be explained diagrammatically here. This is you draw this is, you take simple tank here. This is a simple tank which contains, it is inlet. At the bottom of the tank it contains inlet for water. Here you are passing water continuously here, and it has water molecules here. This is water. Here this is outlet for water. This is outlet for water. This is inlet for water, and here we are dropping powdered ore. Powdered ore is dropped on the top of the tank. This is ore particles. When powdered ore particles are dropped in the tank here, then the metallic ore particles, metals are heavier when compared to non-metals. That's why the metallic ore particles are settled at the bottom of the tank. This is ore particles, metal particles, ore particles, and ore particles are settled at the bottom of the tank. This is here the ore particles are settled here. Then the lighter gong particles, gong nothing but here gong particles are lighter. This is gong particles, and gong particles are lighter here. Then due to lightweight, here gong particles are washed away with water. By supplying continuous supply of water here, by dropping powdered ore particles, and ore particles are heavier, they set at the bottom of the tank, and gong particles are lighter, they wash away with water here. Like this we are separating both that is gong particles, nothing but unwanted materials, and also ore particles. Here gong nothing but unwanted materials, sand and clay particles. And what about here magnetic separation technique? This is in magnetic separation technique. Here we are using 2 rollers. Here you have taken 2 rollers. This is called as a roller, and this is one more roller. This is like this, and these rollers are connected with a conveyor belt. A conveyor belt moving on the rollers. This is a conveyor belt. So moving on the 2 rollers. Among these 2 rollers here, one of the roller is electromagnetic wheel. It has electromagnetic wheel. On this conveyor belt we are dropping powder ore particles. This is ore particles are dropped. Here this is ore particles. This is the inlet for this one, for water. This is for water, this for this diagram. And here we are dropping powdered ore particles. When powdered ore particles are dropped on the conveyor belt here, then this conveyor belt carries powdered ore particles, and they are moving on the near to the magnetic wheel. And if this ore contains magnetic and non-magnetic materials, for example, it contains magnetic and non-magnetic materials. If a ore contains magnetic and non-magnetic materials here, and this belt carried by both magnetic and non-magnetic materials on this belt here, when these ore particles, powdered ore particles, are come to the near to the magnetic wheel, the magnetic materials present in the ore are attracted by the magnetic wheel, and it forms separate heap near to the wheel like this. Here it forms separate heap. This is magnetic materials. The non-magnetic materials are thrown away from the magnetic field. This is non-magnetic material. This is non-magnetic material. This is called as magnetic material. Both magnetic and non-magnetic materials are separated by magnetic separation method, and this technique is used here for the concentration of the ore wolframite. Wolframite is the ore of wolframite is a ore which contains tungsten here, that is, and this is it contains some magnetic impurities like iron here. To remove that one, here we are going for this magnetic separation methods. Then what about here is third one. Here third one is called as Froth rotation technique. In Froth, this is about magnetic separation technique. This is about hydraulic washing here. Then the third one is Froth rotation technique, and in this technique we are using one of the steel tank here. This is a steel tank. A steel tank here. This is one more vessel here. This is one more vessel here. This one. Here we are filled with oils. It has oil. Along with oil here it is mixed with water. This is water here, and this is oil. The oil is like fine oil or eucalyptus oil here, or ethyl xanthates here, like that it is. Here different types of oils we are using for Froth rotation technique here. It is gong particles. In case of we are using materials like here, this is like this. This is a tank here, and this tank contains oil mixed with water, and here we are using one rotating paddle. This is a rotating paddle which rotates, mixes both oil and water. Here we are dropping ore particles. When ore particles are dropped, when powdered ore particles, when powdered ore particles are dropped from the top of this one, here is a tank here. Then on mixing with rotating paddle here, it forms a froth. Here you will get froth. Here you get froth. This is froth. The froth is skimmed off. The froth is skimmed off to the, this is neighboring vessel. This is froth. This is froth. Here you get froth, and this froth contains ore particles. It contains ore particles. This is the technique we are using here. And what are the main principle behind this Froth rotation technique? In Froth rotation technique here, we are using we are mixing both water and oil here, and water and oil, nothing but oil has less density when compared to water, and water forms a lower layer, oil forms upper layer, and powders were dropped into the this mixture here, and rotating here, the ore particles are collected by oils. Here oils generally we are using here, this is called as fatty acids and ethyl xanthate also called as oils here. Ethyl xanthate and fatty acids are acts as oils which collects ore particles along with froth. That's why ethyl xanthate and fatty acids are called as collectors. These are called as collectors, since collectors collects ore particles. Then what about here? To increase the formation of froth, this froth, here we are adding some chemical substances like aniline, and also we are using crysols. And chrysol and aniline are called as enhances the formation of froth. That's why these substances are called as stabilizers. They stabilize the formation of froth. And also in case of if any sulfide ores, for example you have this zinc sulfide, and Froth rotation technique is mainly used for the concentration of sulfide ores, but not oxide ores. This technique mainly used for the concentration of sulfide ores. The sulfide ores like zinc sulfide, lead sulfide, copper sulfide, these ores are concentrated by using Froth rotation technique. And these ore particles are lighter here, and these are carried by froth here. Then froth is skimmed off here, then froth carries these ore particles. That's why sulfide ores are concentrated by froth flotation technique. And to carry these ore particles here, we are using fatty acids and xanthates. They are called as collectors. To increase the formation of froth, we are using some chemicals like aniline and cresol. These are called as stabilizers. Then, in case of if any ore contains two sulfide that is minerals like ZnS and PbS, to separate two sulfide minerals here, we are adding some chemicals like this is NaCN, sodium cyanide, and this sodium cyanide is called as depressant here. It separates both zinc sulfide and lead sulfide. And what the function of sodium cyanide in that is froth protection process of zinc sulfide and lead sulfide? Here sodium cyanide allows PbS coming with froth but not ZnS, or this is sodium cyanide prevents zinc sulfide coming with froth, but it allows only it is PbS coming with froth here. Like that, it separates both ZnS and PbS. Sometimes here it is also possible to separate zinc sulfide, lead sulfide by adjusting the proportion of oils and oil and water. Like this, we are separating it is this type of minerals. Again, this type of chemical substances are called as depressants. Especially here for the separation of zinc sulfide, lead sulfide, you are using sodium cyanide as a chemical, and this sodium cyanide acts as a depressant here, and it is suppresses zinc sulfide and it allows PbS coming with froth. This is the role of sodium cyanide. This is for the froth protection technique. The main principle involved in this process is ore particles. What are ore particles? And ore particles are preferentially wetted by oils. Ore particles are preferentially wetted by oils, and gong particles are wetted by water. Here gong particles settle at the bottom of the tank. Gong particles present at the bottom of the tank. Only the ore particles rises and skimmed off into the neighboring vessel. Here ore particles are collected and separated, both these collectors and ore particles. This technique is called as a froth flotation technique. Then after that, here you have one more method that is called as the fourth method, the important method, that is called as leaching methods. This leaching method mainly used for the concentration of bauxite, and this leaching method also called as hydrometallurgy technique, hydrometallurgical technique. Here hydro nothing but water. By using water we are extracting some metals. This is called as hydrometallurgy. Then what about in leaching method it is? Then see, it is a leaching method here. In the leaching method we are using we are concentrating bauxite ore. Then how do you concentrate? This is a leaching method of bauxite. Leaching of bauxite mainly involves three steps. It involves three steps. What is step 1? In the step 1, what happens here? Bauxite nothing but Al2O3. When bauxite is treated with sodium hydroxide, bauxite is here treated with sodium hydroxide here in presence of water, then at about 473 Kelvin temperature to 523 Kelvin temperature under 35 to 36 bar pressure, here we get sodium aluminate complex. This is Al and OH taken 4 times. Sodium aluminate complex we are getting. This is a soluble complex here. This is soluble complex. This is step 1. This is step 2. In step 2, what happens here? This is sodium aluminate complex. When sodium aluminate complex neutralized by passing carbon dioxide gas. If you are passing carbon dioxide gas here, you will get here Al2O3 and XH2O. This is called as hydrated alumina. And also here we will get this is NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. This is hydrated alumina we will get. And in step 3 here, this is Al2O3 and XH2O, hydrated alumina on strong heating at about 1470 Kelvin temperature on heating here, it removes moisture or water molecules. We will get Al2O3 pure bauxite here, and also XH2O is removed here. This is called as pure alumina we will get. This is pure alumina. This is. And these conditions are important here while writing in examination. This is the most important question asking here this year for 3 marks question here. explain leaching of bauxite. Explain leaching of bauxite, or write the chemical equations which are involved in leaching of bauxite. In the first step here, bauxite is treated with sodium hydroxide and water. You will get sodium aluminate complex. This is a soluble complex, and the sodium aluminate complex react with carbon dioxide here. This is, you will get hydrated alumina and sodium bicarbonate. And this hydrated alumina in third step here, on strong heating at high temperature at about 1470 Kelvin, we will get alumina, and also this is water molecules are removed. This is pure alumina. These are the three main steps involved in leaching of bauxite, and each step carries 1 mark in examinations. This is the most important question from this chapter. This is leaching of bauxite. And also here we will get, along with the sodium aluminate, here you are also getting sodium silicate as a sodium silicate, one of the compound here. The sodium silicate is unwanted byproduct here. This is okay. This is an insoluble complex, sodium silicate. After that, here you go for this the next topic that is called as fifth method, oxidation and reduction methods. During oxidation reduction method, here we are extracting or we are purifying, that is the metals, concentrated metals like gold and silver. And in oxidation reduction method, here we are using if any metal you take, that is, this is metal. When metal is leached with sodium cyanide or potassium cyanide, sodium cyanide formula is NaCN and potassium cyanide is KCN. When metal is treated with potassium cyanide or this is sodium cyanide in presence of water and air, here air nothing but oxygen, and here we will get 4, this is M here, and Cn taken twice, this is minus, and also we will get 4 OH minus. They are present in aqueous solutions. This is soluble complex which is formed in the solution, and this soluble complex here, this is soluble complex. When this soluble complex react with this is zinc, here zinc is more reactive than this is gold or silver, here where M is nothing but in this method here where M we are using M nothing but gold or silver. Where we are writing this M, that indicates gold or silver. When gold or silver here is less reactive when compared to zinc, and zinc replaces gold or silver, then we will get 2M metal solid, and also we will get zinc Cn and 4, and this is 2 minus. This is called as a solid metal obtained in the solid state. This is concentrated. When this is called as, in first step what happens here, the metal here oxidation state is 0, here oxidation state is +1, here oxidation state is +1, here oxidation state is 0, here 0 to +1 oxidation state that indicates this is called as oxidation, and here +1 to 0 indicates this is called as reduction. And in first step it undergoes, in the step 1 it undergoes oxidation, in step 2 it undergoes reduction. This method is called as oxidation reduction method. Oxidation reduction method here to obtain metals. This is. Then when this concept is applied for the concentration of that is the isolation of, that is gold here, then we taken this is 4 Au, gold symbol is Au, 4 Au plus 8 Cn minus plus 2 H2O. In presence of oxygen here we will get, that is 4 and Au and Cn taken twice minus, and we will get 4 OH minus. And this Au, this is Cn taken twice complex, irocyanide complex. This is irocyanide complex. When this irocyanide complex react with zinc acts as reducing agent. Zinc acts as reducing agent here. This is reducing agent. A reducing agent is one which undergo oxidation. Then you will get, this is 2 Au here, and also you will get Zn and Cn and 4, and this is 2 minus. Here oxidation state of gold is 0. Here oxidation state of gold is +1. +1 to 0 means increasing oxidation number is called as oxidation. And what about here, this is oxidation state of gold is +1. Oxidation state of gold is 0. This is called as reduction. And these are called as oxidation reduction method here to obtain gold and silver. And this is for gold, this is. Similarly, you apply for in case of silver, this is. These are the 5 different methods which are used for the concentration of ores. One is hydraulic washing. Hydraulic washing nothing but washing with water. Lighter gong particles are washed away with water, leaving behind heavier ore particles in the tank. And second one is magnetic separation method. and this technique mainly used for is if the ore contains both magnetic and non-magnetic materials here, they can be separated by magnet separation method. And the third one is the froth protection technique, and in this technique there is sulfide ores are concerned by this technique here. Any sulfide ore is concerned by using froth protection technique. In froth protection technique, the main principle behind this one is ore particles are preferentially wetted by oil and gong particles by water. And in froth protection technique, we are using the terms like collectors and stabilizers and depressants. Collectors like fatty acids and ether xanthate and fatty acids are called as collectors, since they collect the ore particles here. And to increase the formation of froth, we are adding some chemicals like aniline and chrysols. They are called as stabilizers. And also here, and to separate the two sulfide minerals, we are using some chemicals like NaCN here. This is called sodium cyanide. This is called depressants. And the next one is called a leaching process. In the leaching method, also called as hydrometallurgy. In the leaching technique, what happens, the bauxite ore is prepared by leaching technique here. It involves mainly 3 steps here. Next one is called as oxidation reduction method here. In oxidation reduction method here, it involves 2 steps. In first step, the metal undergoes oxidation to form a soluble complex, and the second step, the soluble complex read with zinc here. Zinc as a reducing agent, it replaces less reactive metal like gold and silver. You will get metals. These are the 5 important methods which are applied for the concentration of ore. Thank you friends. In the next class, we are studying about calcination and roasting. This is.